Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity, and as a practicing chiropractor who I always say I practice quite a bit different than a lot of my colleagues in that we adjust, but a huge chunk of what we do is soft tissue. So muscles, ligaments, tendons, fascia, include stretching, different aspects of soft tissue work. But I think that is critical for helping the musculoskeletal system. And I do feel that if more of my colleagues did more soft tissue work, we'd probably rule the world of pain and musculoskeletal medicine. But that's clearly my opinion based on 24 years of practice now. But this article, which was out of the Stecco family, which is fascia manipulation, and really probably few people have highlighted how important the fascia is for how we function. And that's a tissue that is largely ignored by a lot of different providers, regardless of the letters or the training that they have after their name. So the old hip bone's connected to the neck bone. That's not quite how the song works, but it certainly fits with this study. And in this group of 30 young adults, basically 19 to 32, all they did was measure range of motion, so neck flexion. And then they stretched the hamstrings and the hip adductors, so the hips that, adductors, the muscles that bring your leg in. So think about like frog stretch or straddle stretch. Those are going to stretch the adductors. And what they found that especially with the hamstrings, there was a little over 6 degree range of motion increase in flexion. With the adductors, it was almost 1.5. But the point is that we're all connected. When a patient comes into my office, and they have neck pain, we're going to make sure that everything is functioning well. We're also going to make sure that they're exercising, because exercising and movement is critical for helping everything, not just the low back, not just the knee, but the neck pain as well. And we're not talking about just adjusting. If somebody comes in, we're going to be, I remember one patient, she was so tight, and her and I had this kind of running joke in the office about doing yoga, because she was so tight in her low back. I would never touch anything above like the bra line, and we'd work on the low back and we'd do stretching, and she would leave with a headache, and I didn't touch anything above the bra line. It's because everything was so damn tight that any work we did in the low back just translated up to the neck. So it just goes to show how connected everything is, and that's why movement and seeing some type of provider that's going to address all aspects of a problem that or musculoskeletal problem that contributes to dysfunction is critically important. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.